Bad Larry.
Welcome to the Bad Larry Kingdom. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and today's episode is jam-packed. We're looking at X Factor number 33, released in June of 1988. This issue is written by Louise Simonson and drawn by her husband, Walter Simonson. This issue is super important in the series. It's titled For All the World to See, so let's check it out. Wow, what a beautiful cover depicting the Beast we all know and love in his furry blue form. Tell me, you wouldn't have picked this off the shelf back in 1988 for only $1? Come on, man. Trish Tilby of the News is reporting on the strange heat wave that is apparently causing people to go crazy, causing muggings, riots, and even hallucinations. The Alliance of Evil shows up and busts up the scene. Who is the Alliance of Evil again, Bad Larry, you might ask? Well, here's a quick reminder. The Alliance of Evil is a group of 4 mutants, including Time Shadow, Frenzy, Tower, and Stinger. Time Shadow has temporal duplication powers, kind of like Multiple Man. He can phase himself out of time, projecting several out-of-sync temporal duplicates of himself. Each duplicate is capable of independent thought and action. Frenzy is a tank. She's superhuman everything. She can lift 10 tons, run about 60 miles per hour, stamina for days, bulletproof skin, super reflexes and agility. Tower can change the size of his body up to 15 feet tall and down to a few inches. We mostly see him in his biggie size though. Stinger has bioelectric manipulation powers. She stores electricity and releases it, kind of like Bishop, but also kind of like Storm, typically through her hands though. The Alliance of Evil are protesting the Mutant Registration Act. To an extent, I understand their position. You shouldn't have to register yourself with the government because you're a mutant. It's unconstitutional. It may seem like their rioting is excessive back in 1988, but everyone remember when BLM was burning down Atlanta and Seattle and Portland? It's not so far-fetched to think nowadays. Frenzy says to the camera that the jails couldn't even hold him. You think that they can make them register? The government can make them register? Ha! Try it and see what happens. Fair point. What is not explained in this issue is the quote-unquote heat wave and the manholes blowing off the street. It isn't tied in anywhere. I guess in the beginning they said there was hallucinations and weird stuff. That's just what we have to go with these kind of side unexpected events going on within the issue within the city. Iceman and Marvel Girl are taking the kids shopping. Why? The team decided to send them to Andover boarding school. Except Rusty Collins, he's an actual legal adult now. This page and the next makes a big deal about this blue sweater. Like it's alive, but just like the weather and the manholes, do not answer why. It is left as the city's just getting weird. See? The sweater is or seems sentient. Boom Boom must use a power pellet to defeat the sweater. This page is canon as it is the first time we see the term power pellets being used to describe Boom Boom's time charges, which is what they were previously called. Iceman is super serious this issue as he almost got Beast killed by Infection in last issue. And Beast is still in ICU, so Iceman has a heaviness about him now. The Alliance of Evil have spotted X Factor and Tower and invites them to a fight by tossing a freaking car at them. Luckily, Iceman's on his game and ices the vehicle away from the kids. The AI ship and Cyclops are watching over the Beast. He's unconscious but keeps transforming into the Blue Beast and back to the humanoid form and back to Blue Beast and back to human form, with the ship having to restrain him every time. The combo of Pestilence's touch and Infectious kiss is wreaking havoc on Beast's body. He seems close to death, then stronger than ever. His fluctuations are crazy. Cyclops sees Frenzy and Tower make a challenge directly to X Factor on the TV. The battle is on. It's 2X Factor against the 4 Alliance of Evil. Marvel Girl tells the mutant kids to stay back and out of the fight. You think they'll listen? Again, mid-battle, more manhole covers blow off the ground. Still no explanation why, and you won't get one on this episode. Just stick with the city's weird now. Iceman's freezing down tower when Stinger is about to get the drop on him. Richter uses his vibration powers, knocking Stinger down. Frenzy puts the brakes on Iceman's slide. Marvel Girl uses her powerful telekinesis to toss Frenzy back, but is attacked from behind by little coward-ass bitch Time Shadow. The tower is at least his max height of 15 feet or higher, trying to rip Iceman apart. Rusty Collins doesn't like watching the battle from the sidelines, especially since he's been putting the work in the danger room to better control his fire powers. Boom Boom is more do than think and tosses a power pellet at the tower, toppling him down like the Jolly Green Giant. The kids are in the battle now. Out in a suburb of Kansas City, a robot drops an assassin upon a peaceful home under the cover of darkness. The kids have been identified as having that mutant X gene. The assassin gasses the little children, putting them in a hypnotic state. The parents are alerted, run down, and are then gunned down by the assassin. Yikes! The robot and assassin leave, having kidnapped the 2 girls. Wow! Louis Simonson was really going there back in 1988 with these stories. They climbing in your window, snatching your people up. Hide your kid, hide your wife. Rusty Collins, for the first time, decides to be a hero, even though the government wants to get him for murder. See my X Factor review of issue number 1. Rusty grabs a sweater, makes some eye holes with his fire powers, and saves Boom Boom from the clutches of Frenzy. This is a big evolutionary arc for Rusty, going from on-the-run scared kid with zero control of his powers to this moment of heroism. Plus, that was a tight shot, not to even touch Boom Boom. Time Shadow has Marvel Girl in a headlock, and Rusty Collins uses some expert precision to fire down on Time Shadow and not even touch Marvel Girl. Frenzy sees Rusty's power and tries to recruit Rusty into the Alliance of Evil. Cyclops is watching all this live from the news. Cyclops wants to join the fight but is concerned about Beast. Suddenly, Beast emerges from his coma, his intellect fully restored and now fully back into his blue furry form, and now stronger than ever before, both physically and mentally. The Beast is back, baby! How did we get here again with the Beast? Well, back in X Factor number 19, Pestilence touches Beast, nearly killing him, but he survives. The side effect being the more he uses his strength, the stronger he becomes, but also the dumber he gets. He is like this in his strong but dumb state for 13 issues when Infection kisses him in X Factor number 31, offsetting the effects of Pestilence. So, for you Beast fans, it is the combination of Pestilence and Infection that mutated the Beast into what we have now, the blue, furry, affable, lovable Beast. And he's been like this for nearly 36 years now. Back to the story. The AI ship can teleport people now, FYI. It's science. The ship teleports the newly changed Beast and Cyclops into the battle, and Beast knocks Frenzy's block off. The kids are shocked. They've only seen Beast in his humanoid appearance. Cyclops maneuvers to the rear and blasts all 4 enemies from the back. No diddy. Frenzy thinks she's still stronger than the Beast. Wrong. Boom Boom takes down Tower again with her super power pellet. Skids uses her force field power to protect the kids from Stinger. Marvel Girl encases Stinger in a telekinetic web, causing Stinger to shock herself. Beast is too nimble. Dodge and then kick to Frenzy's face. Ki-yow! Time Shadow, being the coward he is, knows they are beaten, decides to make a run for it. Leech and Iceman knock his ass out. Tower whips out Rusty Collins' wanted poster and authentically asks why he's fighting with the good guys and not join them. Richter vibrates Tower's head into the ground. Tower's out. Beast knocks Frenzy out and holds her like a caught dead fish. The Alliance of Evil are defeated. Wait, what's this helicopter? It's the freaking Freedom Force, of course. True villains and criminals now working for the government. Not too far-fetched to reality now. I'm looking at you, Jack Smith. Freedom Force collects the Alliance of Evil to take them back to jail. I don't know how they'll all fit in that helicopter, but anyways. And Mystique tells X-Factor to register now with the government, or also be considered outlaw criminals. Rich, coming from the likes of them. Beast signs the paper reluctantly. Cyclops says they'll register, but will use their hero names on the paper, not their private names. And come at us if you want, if you got a problem with that. And because X-Factor kids are minors, they don't have to register. Yet. Well, Rusty Collins isn't a minor anymore, and he decides he ain't gonna register either by burning up that registration form. He says he's gonna man up, turn himself into the Navy voluntarily. F you, Freedom Force! Cameron Hodge ain't dead. Oh, Lord. How? Some fisherman saved him from dying at sea. Well, he knows Archangel, a.k.a. Death, is coming for him, and he's getting booted up. Well, I really like Beast's look starting in issue number 26. His human form with the brown and yellow costume. That's one of my favorite looks for the Beast. That look lasted only 7 issues, though. Let me know down below your favorite look from the Beast, and check out the next X-Factor episode where we see Archangel battle Cameron Hodge, as this episode is over. Hit that like button. Thanks everyone. Peace, peace.